Is there more AFL players, moving on, who are... You never meet a more tighter group of people than AFL footballers.
Yeah.
Is that a...
Do you know what? Do you know what? What the people don't see, though, are the number that actually go and spend time in hospitals.
No,
I'm
not talking about that.
No, I'm just saying, let's balance
question.
the argument.
Yes, but we should pick a tight team.
Yep.
The AFL tight team.
I've got the coach.
You can
Yes, so have I, and captain coach.
You can accuse me of lots of things, Jim.
Yes.
Don't ever accuse me of that.
Likewise.
No, but I'm just saying, because we know plenty of
I've got the
people
ruckman.
that are in that vein.
I've got the ruckman too. I might go head-to-head with you.
I tell you what this might
I don't know if David Hussey's ever played football.
Name the first name.
He could slide in.
We need a runner.
He could end up coming off the
I
bench.
tell you what, Chief's
Steve Hussey.
he's thought about this. He's got a list. So if you want a Triple M tight team,
Got a few.
we can put it up.
I think we need to do
We
it
could pick
because never has there ever more people
Yeah.
in one community who refuse to buy. And I've got a theory.
I've got the CHF.
Yep. Got the centre forward. You got blonde hair?
Nope.
No.
Well, as we saw on what the push-up king hates,
Yes.
his Twitter.
Well, Brett Delidio's in.
Brett Delidio,
He's on the
not
wing.
in polo.
He's on the wing.
Apparently, he's not
Doesn't-
prepared
Well,
to
He's in.
pay for a coffee.
Well, what we need to do, Duke, is we need to pick this before 8:30. And I know that our audience who would love to contribute,
Yes.
if they know for some reason, I'm not sure how they would, but if they do know of an AFL player that might be... But we really need
That's
AFL
it.
players
Yeah,
to
we do.
really lag their own mates in.
That's it.
Not much upside to this for you, Gary. This
What?
team.
No, this is Duke's team. I'll just write it down.
Hang on a minute.
I'll write it down and put Duke's tight team up.
So long as everyone comes to the table and Chief's got a couple
Yeah,
he's peeled
Chief's
off,
got half a
we'd
team
like to
ready to
just
go.
go with.
So what are we doing here, Gary? We're putting a team together.
Well, Duke wants to name the All-Australian tight football team.
And we need some of the current players to send in some tweets
Yeah.
at Triple M Footy to put in a few teammates
or text
who
known
are
blokes.
not forthcoming when it comes to buying a beer, Chief, or actually
How far
outlaying
back are we going?
as far back as you possibly can.
Yep.
No issues there.
Have I got you got a text coming through there of a suggestion or not?
No, I doubt it.
No.
Well, I'll
It is
tell
a text,
you, one tactic we can use here, Gary, as we go to the break to get this ready, is you can lob a reptile in the hope that he'll get angry that he's been lobbed in, and then we'll tip blokes in. So I'm doing it with Daniel
Already
Pratt.
had one text.
Hang on, so Jim's got Daniel Pratt on the halfback.
I'm putting
flank.
Pratty in,
Right.
unless,
Halfback.
and I hope that he hears that and gets angry, and then goes, all right, here's 5 more.
Duke, give me a name.
In the ruck will be Scott Wine.
Oh!
A Brownlow medalist, never has a
Wine.
tighter man. And I'll give you an example. I worked into a sandwich shop with him about 15 years ago, and he ordered a ham cheese sandwich. He said, I'd like to add a bit of beetroot and a bit of lettuce. And the guy said, well, that'll be $3.75 back in 1997. And he said, I'm not copping that. He said, I want a ham and cheese sandwich, which is $2.40, and I want to add cheese, which is 30 cents, and I want to add beetroot, which is 40 cents. That comes to $3.25. A 40-cent saving on his sandwich. Poor little grocer in Sorrento. That is one of 100 examples I could use of a man who refuses to pay for
I
things.
hope Scott Wine's listening.
He will be.
Now,
Put him into the ruck.
Chief, you got an early nonominee?
Well, I will give you the
Chief's got
second
about 100 of them.
ruckman. The second ruckman of the team
on the interchange bench, maybe.
is the big fish.
Oh, salmon.
Can I give you an example?
Yes, please.
I had heard rumours before he came to our club. So the first time he gets to the club, we go to an a pre-season camp down at Anglesey. We live nearby, so I said, mate, I think I'll pick you up on the way by. We'll go down together. We hadn't gone more than, 5K past his house on the way to Anglesey when he said, oh, no. He said, I've left my wallet at home. Can you spot me for the weekend?
The
Do
weekend.
you reckon I ever saw it again?
Oh, no.
Oh, fish. I hope he's listening.
He got a new short-term nickname at the club. We used to call him Bumble, as in Bumblebee, because he'd stung everyone at one stage.
There's a couple.
That's nice.
That's your ruck in your forward
go.
pocket. And
Warrior,
big names.
You got a contribution from the media, maybe, to put as the media manager?
Corey McKernan.
Oh,
He said no. I'm going.
A centre-half forward.
You're putting him in at centre.
Very good man, but
We'll put him in the pocket.
Yeah, mind you.
Corey McConkins.
We
Very
have
good
had,
man.
we have had a number of functions at the Leveson, and there's
Not
too many,
forthcoming.
no too many tabs ever get. She's your full freight chief as a rule.
Well, I need the names to keep coming. Chief's got a whole.
That's 4 out of starting 18 then.
All right, well, we're
a lot of them
going
are big blokes, Duke.
So
That's
take
got to be
a
a
break.
concern, isn't it?
Hey, one thing you can't accuse me of.
to take a break, and we're going to come back with
Wayne
more.
Campbell's come through. On text message.
For Coach Hyde. I tell you what. Welcome back, by the way. We're Richard Marsden Studios. We're talking about the Tight 18 And I told you, the greatest tactic of all time is to napalm someone who you know is a reptile.
Who's come back?
And Praddy's come back going, firstly, ring me, you... And I can't say the next word. Then I'm going to punch you. Then I've given it the... Well, I said, mate, that's hilarious, but you're going to have to... If it's not you, you're going to have to tell us who it is. He's throwing 8 blokes under the bus. He's just gone, I can't.
Come on.
I can't do them.
Now, when you say the type, people may be not understanding it. This is an AFL all-star team going back however many years of the tightest players to have played the game. Those that...
Still got their first
covered
dollar.
their first dollar and loath to spread
And
it
AFL footy renowned for it, Gary.
Renowned from the top down. I'm talking coaching legends. What about we need a doctor?
A medico.
We need a
Anyone
doctor.
spring to mind?
Look at
Gary,
everyone. Look at everyone. Look at each other going, what?
If anyone's going to out Dr. Rowan White, that ain't fair, because he...
Unbelievably
he's a
generous man.
So who's the other doctor?
Unbelievably generous man, Dr. Rowan White.
You're not talking about the Olympian.
A chief said Doc Larkins going in. There she did,
Did
Chief.
not. I said, surely you're not
Exactly
talking
what
about
you
it.
said. And
I
someone
wouldn't have a clue about
wanted to
that.
know if the drink stealer was going to go in.
I'm getting a little feedback on my own account here. Scott Wine, come on, get some new stuff to talk about, you tool. Your effing bin rates have just been doubled. See how funny that is? There's a couple other expletives.
This could be a relationship killer.
Potentially, and then there's a few other of my old teammates just
Someone
suggesting that a former captain of the Bulldogs might want to fall in.
Not Chris Grant.
Brad Johnson.
Not Brad Johnson.
And he's a legendary story. He sent down a young rookie listed player who lived with him for fish and chips, gave him $5 and asked for change for the whole family.
He
asked for change.
He's in the pocket, Jono. Well done, Brad Johnson.
Just had a text lagging in a former teammate of mine.
Ooh.
Have we got room on the back flank?
Yes, we have Daniel Pratt.
Praddy's, he's out now. I can't have him. He's
He's blown right up.
He's blown up,
Taking him
so
out.
he's taking him out.
Scott McGuinness?
Oh, look at Chief go. He's going to name an all Hawthorn team here.
He used to collect cans of soft drink at the club and take them home and store them in his room.
No.
And this is a man that's doing particularly well. Also.
No, you can't.
Has his very first one, Jim.
You can't behave like that.
Scotty McGuinness.
That
That's
is
hard.
Tight as
Well,
the fishes, Jim.
Melbourne, Gary. I noticed there aren't any Melbourne blokes going in.
Seriously, I'm happy to put him in, and I want my former teammates to...
Strawberries O'Dwyer?
No,
We're doing big strawberries?
No, throw the names up. I'll try. If
How
I
about
can
the hub
remember.
man, Balls Grinter? He would have been a good shouter, wouldn't he? Hang on.
Stephen Stretch?
He's in the mix. This is
Alan Djakovic?
he wasn't tight, jellyfish.
Right.
He just
Wasteful.
He just
Prodigal.
talked
disappeared.
purple records.
He just what?
Just talked purple.
Hang on.
Purple. Oh, no.
Now what we might have to do, right? This is what I'm making the executive
We'll
decision.
go on then.
It's 8 minutes past 8. We've got to hand over the boys in Perth to Warren Fred-Rose. No, Fred mentioned. Hey, I don't know if that's true or not. Duke will ask him because he's the chairman of selectors.
We'll ask Trees. We'll put it to him.
What we're going to do is take a week to put this together because this is the sort of stuff that we're going to have to take off camera and really take some, because then people will open up more freely and then we can really name this side.
You're backing out, aren't you?
No, I'm just the writer.
There are a lot of tweets coming through for a senior coach.
I keep getting texts as well.
And one name keeps coming up.
Where
I'm
is
not
it?
sure. On your phone, Chief?
No, I just got another story to remind me about Scotty McGuinness.
No,
This is a good one. This is a good one.
if you just
You know
tuned
how-
in,
you
we're
know-
naming players that are a bit tight with their money.
You know how you used to get sporting apparel from whoever
Yes.
sponsored the club?
Yes.
He used to use it as presents for his family, birthdays and Christmas.
Jeez. He's firming as a captain material.
Do we take texts as being true?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
moment.
Well,
yeah.
if so, Source Merit's in.
Sauce Smith.
Apparently, Source goes in.
I've got a nomination. I've got another one here. This is a man that played for the Sydney Swans, who used to put black marker line with the date on his milk when sharing a house with his teammates.
Oh, Surely not.
That wouldn't happen.
Who?
Jared Crouch, as nominated by Wayne Schwash. Oh, yeah, goes Terry. He's going in, Crouchy.
He's got another coach text. Duke, do you want to run with the name?
No, I haven't.
You haven't named a coach. You're the chairman.
Duke's got him. Duke's the chairman.
He's a chairman, dude.
A lot of tweets coming through Triple M Footy.
Coaches. This coach is extraordinary.
Premiership coach.
At the moment.
Now, I wouldn't have first-hand experience. I'm only reading out what's coming through. And
I wouldn't name the coach just yet.
No,
just
okay,
hold
all
off on the
right,
coach.
Okay.
Now, I'll just give you who the team as it stands at the moment.
We'll go on then.
Sauce Mirror.
Big Sauce has just been hurled under the bus.
Jared Crouch. Scott McInnes, who's acting captain at the moment because
At the
Chief
moment.
keeps low launching into him. Brett Delidio on the bench, on the wing rather.
That's it.
As nominated by Jakey the Push-Up King. Brad Johnson in the pocket. We haven't got a full forward, but Corey McKernan as nominated by Warrior in the other pocket. Scott Wind as the first ruckman, and Paul Salmon and Doc Larkins. That's because Chief said we needed a doctor.
no.
I'm just saying we needed a doctor.
Fire your own bullets.
JB, what about this? Gary had this as an idea.
Yeah, hasn't
Got
one
all of us
person
to nominate
forward.
3 or
That's
4
it.
names and hasn't done one himself.
Not one.
What?
That sums you up.
No,
No,
what?
You are one of the great.
I'm writing
bullet
it down.
loaders of
We're all
all
gonna
time.
cop it.
I'm taking that much heat at the moment on Twitter. Someone said I said Stephen Stretch. I didn't say Stephen.
No, I asked you if there was any Stephen Stretch. No.
No.
Simon Eishold.
Kieran, you just like saying that name.
Gary,
That's the only-
was he a little tight?
No, yeah.
Right, I see.
Kieran Harper has come through. Is that right?
It's a bit
No,
tight when you
no,
had
I
that shot
don't
at goal,
know.
JB.
Is he
I
one of your?
will.
Was he one of your group?
No,
Huh?
no. I'll. Joel McDonald.
Oh, hell.
Gee, people are
Joel
just,
McDonald
they're
in
just
Melbourne.
hurling stuff. Joel McDonald.
Jeez, that's hard. We're just gonna.
Gary, you can only take the texts as they come.
And the floodgates will open once
Yeah.
this gets around the AFL
That's it.
community. You watch.
And I want you to follow up. In fact, what I'm going to do.
Can we be sued?
No, not,
Chief?
the truth is your great.
Exactly.
No, it's not
greatest
always a
defence.
defence, Gary.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is in this case.
Okay.
Warren
besides-
Tredrea has called in
Yes.
and wants a piece of us after the break.
Well, I
A
didn't
piece
say
of us, you a
Warren.
piece of Gary.
I didn't say Warren Tredrea.
Yes, you
I
did.
said it came through on Twitter.
Really?
And I
It was a
said,
lie, you
and then
made it
I
up.
said I wouldn't believe that to be true.
Oh,
What I want to do is, I'm prepared to hand this over to the rush hour
Yes.
to continue this through the week. I think I'm coming in next week,
Yes.
and we'll finalise it on maybe a hot breakfast involved as
Yes,
well.
yeah, we'll put it out there.
And get some real nomination. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, this is a response from someone in the team.
Oh,
Yes.
This is the Duke. He is kidding himself. Turning on his own is dangerous territory.
It is.
That's from Bradford Johnson, who's
Oh,
not.
hang on.
Wasn't a denial.
Oh, no denial, though. That's true, Warrior. So the team's taking shape. We will continue to take nominations throughout the week, and maybe next Friday night we might announce the team. It'll be much. I'll tell you what it will be. After Ed will get on board.
Oh, he love it.
He'll love it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we'll have some hot breakfast support,
Yep.
followed by some
That's
rush
it.
hour
That's
follow-up.
it.
He's trying to...
And by next Friday night, the most anticipated team in football. Don't forget,
Jeez, there'll be some
forget about
thoughts.
AFL Team of the Century. In the back of the AFL book that comes out each year, Warrior, who does that book?
Michael Lovett.
Mickey
Brilliant
Lovett will
publication.
add the inaugural Tight Arse
Jim,
Team.
there's a few question marks being asked of Little Boomer Harvey. Is it just a...
Oh,
that's a
I will not have it. I will
Yes.
not have it.
Yes.
nodding his head.
I will-
Nodding
that
his
is- I
head
am not nodding my
furiously.
head. I will not
Boomer's
have
in
it.
first row.
Yeah,
I
Boomer,
think we
I
just
will not have it.
Boomer's in the team.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's getting
What are
ugly
we-
on the text
What are we
message.
dealing with?
It's getting real ugly.
I'll tell you what, my text has gone, it has melted, Chief. And blokes are ringing me with techniques that tight blokes use. One here is he's talking about a teammate who pays on credit card and then gets cash off everyone and ends up with more cash than the actual bill was.
Well, that doesn't work unless you tell us the name, Jim.
No, I can't do that.
I got
Another
one
one
here.
said, "This is gold." Praddy reckons it's actually the best segment we've ever done on Triple M Football.
Well, Praddy has also tweeted that he wants to nominate Boomer for captain.
I can't accept it.
I've got one here nominating a teammate who asked teammates to sign jumpers for charity, then flogged them on eBay to get a tidy earn, and also went into teammates' hotel rooms asking for bars of soap, shampoo, body wash and conditioner.
Can we have a name there?
Who?
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Troy Love. He's
Well,
going in the list.
I tell you, what a very controversial addition is, of course, Premiership captain from Port Adelaide, and I think it was you, Duke, who was very happy to throw him in.
I wouldn't put my name to
Your
that.
former teammate.
What
are you talking about? Yes, Duke.
This is.
I said not on my life would Shredders be in here, and Duke.
Do we need to go to the tape on this?
I think maybe.
And I think Warren might be on the line from Perth. We're about to cross over there, of course, from Freo and Essendon. Are you there, Warren Treadray, former superstar?
Make me sick.
Hey, Walker,
Who was it?
I
Who
backed you
was
up.
it? Come clean, boys.
I backed you up. Duke was sort of pushing you up.
Dreaders, you know that I've had your back in this situation before, but there were a few tweets coming through from the Adelaide region, and a few of your teammates have just...
Who from?
Well, not naming names.
Come on, come clean. Is it not Mark Rashudo, is
Might
it?
have.
Because I've worked with Triple M Footy, boys, for the last 2.5 years since I've retired. I've bought coffees most weeks. He has never paid one. Boys, sorry, this is the same boy that went home. It was like the handing of the council keys on the Riverland, and he charged his own footy club to play for him. Five large, I'm hearing.
I've always found Rashid to be generous.
Well,
Don't. See, this is the vindictiveness of this, Gary.
Wait.
Brings out this stuff.
I'm not liking it, mate.
I'm not. No, I can't go for Rashid.
It's your idea, Gary.
Can't go for that.
Anyone else you want to throw under the bus there, was it?
No, I was going to throw you, Gaz. Are you still shitty at our hot breakfast over in Adelaide? When we called you 5 minutes late for your Channel 9 cross and you didn't pick up again?
Time's money, was it? I just can't wait around for you blokes all morning. So we won't put you in the sidewalls, is that what you're saying?
Oh, well, up to you, boys.
No, we'll have to chase that one up.
I just want to just give us the who's the tip-off.
We have to talk to Warren about
boys.
that
Come
because
on.
Damo's in charge of that. But we'll get back to you in a week, was, and we'll give you right of reply. It did come out of Port Adelaide, though, and we'll let you know next week.
Good.
Warren Treadray joining us from over in Perth. Off you go, Walk. Go back
do a
and
very good job too.
They will
calling that
rip it.
game over
The
there.
texts are still coming through.
Chief, who else are you?
I'm telling you.
I have a former Geelong player that has just lagged in another Geelong player.
Oh, that's what we like.
Yeah.
Spit it out.
I think Wojak might be getting in.
Jack. So these are the names I like. The ones you don't really know that well, and they just come out of nowhere. So
Apparently didn't buy lunch for 10 years, they said.
we like to know where they come from too, Chief.
S. Burns.
I didn't say anything.
See, this is what happens, Gaz. This is how it works, right? The footballers, because they spend so much of the time at the club now, go to have coffee,
every
five
day,
times a week.
lunch every day, you travel interstate.
That's it. And every time, it's like, well, I got them last time, so it's yours, or what? You got them last time, it's mine.
End of season trip.
And Gary, you'll get a gypsy. He'll just gypsy his way into a coffee or a lunch thing,
Correct.
on a yearly basis, and just make sure that he never seems to be there at a time when he has to buy.
Well, it's the same, and then
It's
what
a
happens
criminal offence.
on the very odd occasion when you go out and have a beer as a footballer these days, and you get into that six-man shout, and it comes to the sixth man
Who disappears.
who's in
Always in the toilet.
toilet. And you go, and everyone sort of shakes their head, and you knowingly sort of look at each other, and you go around another 5 times, and it comes from gone.
That's it.
Do you know what the problem there is? No one's prepared to wait 5 minutes without a beer.
Exactly
So someone goes to the bar.
And you know what happens now? The people become after the Tight Arse Team of the Century gets named, they'll be so conscious of it. Good. 8 blokes will walk into the bar and they'll all run. They just sprint up there.
That should be it.
This is a cathartic thing, I think.
You got to get it out of your system. Well, here comes another one. They just come charging through.
And I think as you read that, the other thing I get the sense of, Big Duke, is the player's main issue is it's often the player on the highest wedge who's actually the one who's not
And
picking
there
up
is a
the
common
tab.
theme there too, Jim. Exactly.
I'm getting calls from a mate who says he loves the segment, best ever. He's hearing from blokes he hasn't spoken to for 11 years.
Oh, no.
So that's what's happening. So the Tight Arse Team of the Century will be announced next Thursday. It's
What about as it stands, Gary?
as it stands right now? I can give you these names. These are just not in position. Well, they are.
It's a squad.
No, they're in position.
It's a squad.
And then
We
there's
might
others
be
that
inclusions
need to be
and
verified.
exclusions.
Troy Luff in the back pocket.
Oh, no.
Source Merit, which I'm not sure about that.
No,
we need to chase that
I'm
up.
hearing source. And it hurts me because he's my man, but I'm hearing from more than one texter source.
Jared Crouch in the back pocket. Scott McGuinness, who the Chief continues to bring stories up. We need a centre-half back. Daniel Pratt. Jim is fearing for his life, so he's withdrawing.
I'm withdrawing, Pratty.
Wojak on one wing. David Wojcinski, that is. Brett Delidio on the other.
Yep. Ousted by his own club.
Yes, Bradford Johnson in a forward pocket,
that's
Corey McKernan in the other pocket, Scott Wynd is the ruckman, Brent Harvey is the rover and nominated by Daniel Pratt as captain. Paul Salmons on the bench, Doc Larkins, who Chief desperately wants in. The doctor.
You are the worst.
And these are the other names that have come through that need verification. Joel McDonald.
A random Joel McDonald.
I don't know where that came from. A big Wok Treadray has thrown the Roo in. Mark
we
Rashudo.
won't have
Roo
We're not
is
sure
one of the
about
most generous blokes I've ever
Ken
met.
Shout, I think
That might have been.
write a reply for
I
Roo.
don't think Walker was deflecting attention.
And there's other names.
Hey, Gaz, I'm hearing a lot about a former Collingwood captain as well.
Well, come on.
Very big
You
name.
know this only works if you've got
I
the gumption
know. I'd like
spit it out.
to have it verified, but he might have to defend himself.
Little bloke?
Champion. May coach them at the moment.
Nathan Buckley.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of... You can only go with what you're seeing. Hey,
Wow.
Wow.
This is part of your manager's stable, so you would have him tell on this.
I don't believe it.
Why do you
but-
keep nodding your head?
No, I said I'll put him on the list and I'll check it out.
Vigorously
I'll
nodding your
check
head in
it.
agreement.
I said I'd check it out. That's
it
all
goes
I'll
back
do.
to the
Oh, I can't believe
Jim,
it.
your theory. The ones with the most sometimes
Oh,
just
come on.
not forthcoming.
Well, we need to wind it up here, I think, before we actually end up either in jail or certainly sued. But I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Got our first current player who's come through. Matty Yench. Yench from Adelaide Crows, Matty. Boys putting together their Tight Arse All-Star team of the century. Big names going down. I'd like to throw up Andy Otten. Current day, Andy Otten.
I just hurl him under.
That's what we like,
In
Jim.
you go.
This is,
There are the wheels of the bus, and you can go right underneath.
when a,
Floodgates are gonna
when
open
a
up here.
current day player does it, I put them straight in the team. So
No, it can be no doubt.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Look at the
Mark Orville, a former Collingwood player. Tony Shaw. Gone with a two.
not a Norm Smith medalist.
There's your sentiment.
Dropped him straight in. Oh, no. Jeez.
Not one
Hey,
issue
I
with
don't know
hurling him
why.
straight in the middle.
Why haven't you written walk in at centre forward?
Warren Treadray. Well, I don't believe
But
that.
renowned.
Oh, look, we got to go. They're over there. We need to get over to them. This is a can of worms.
This is blown up.
Yeah,
More
Pandora's
volatile
box.
than the Korean Peninsula.
Hey, tomorrow,
Ben
make sure
Walker.
you join us.
Oh, hang on, another one.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Right.
Don't.
Hurry up, the
Who?
game's going to
From
start.
Dermot, he said Russell Green is the patron saint of tight-fistedness. Oh, Greenie. Oh, no.
Come on.
Just to leave you with
Patron saint.
Isn't the chief form to
Hey,
this?
Chief, is he the bloke that you said had
No,
brought,
I
more,
didn't say anything.
brought more money home from a footy trip than he took?
What are you nodding for, Chief? Tight Arse Team of the Century's gone nuts, Jim.
Tighter, it has. We have had correspondence from everywhere, all states involved, dumping players left, right, and centre into the mix.
And our man Luke Darcy put in a couple.
He started it.
He did. He actually did start it. He's the chairman of selectors, and he had Scott Wynd, his former
That's
Brownlow medal teammate in the ruck, and Brad Johnson in the
did.
forward pocket.
He did. So what we've done is we've received correspondence here, Gary, that doesn't make us particularly pleased.
No, I'm not happy about it. because
But we need to go with it.
he's one of
In
ours.
fairness, we need to go with
Yeah,
it.
you do, Jim.
And before I tell you, before I read you the email, Bill,
I
I'm going
wouldn't
to tell
go.
you who it came
I
from.
wouldn't go with it.
No, who'd it come from?
Paul Dimatina,
Dimmer.
Stephen Powell, Todd Curley,
All the old Bulldogs.
Craig Ellis.
No.
Horse.
Take a look at me, I'm Jose Ramiro. Stephen Crediuk,
Oh,
Billy.
Mark Alvey.
Mark.
Elvie.
Mark Alvey.
What, have they all been at a lunch or something?
Well, I don't know, but they've all bandied together.
It's a group we all in one email.
And maybe I'm getting to the bottom of it when I get to this last name,
Oh,
Bradford Johnson.
you're getting to
and
it.
then I read what they've written here as a group.
Please do.
I wouldn't go with it.
Well, I think we have to, Gary. In all fairness, we have to.
No, he's a good mate of mine, the Duke.
Right, well, here we go. How dare
Oh.
Luke Darcy ever say that any footballer is tight? He got paid according to
Yes.
Brad Johnson, Paul Dimatina, Stephen Powell, Todd Curley. He got paid more than any of us. And as soon as the bill came, sorry, boys, it's mine next time. And then at the bottom here, it says Jim and Gaz. Because when they said this, they thought it was footy, not rush hour. Bill, that's why I've left you
Oh,
off.
that's okay.
Jim and Gaz. Guess what? There never was a next time.
Oh,
Now, Gary,
That is-
we can only read out what it says.
You know what? When he said that it tends to generally afflict those at the top end of the earning scale,
And he was at the
he
tip
was
top.
talking about
He
himself.
must have been.
It must have been like a guilty confession.
Well, anyway, these boys have
Poor
all...
old Duke.
I don't
Tell
like
you
it.
what.
I haven't found him that bad around here. Oh, hang on.
Well, we don't ever see him, Bill.
Yeah. But he's never bought me a coffee. Well, you do, Jim. You're very
Hey,
pleasant.
I don't know why Danny Southern wasn't on that list.
He's in Egypt.
He must have been. I don't know why Matty Croft.
Crofty.
Oh, Big Crofty. Well, anyway, Chrissy
16?
Grant, the superstar. Anyway, so Big Duke, we'll give you the right to reply, of course, Friday night. Triple M
I'm
football.
not sure he'll wait till
You
Friday.
reckon he might get
I think
back to him?
Bit of hot
Maybe
breakfast
hot
work.
breakfast tomorrow.